Are you ready? Well, it's back for one last shot. It's the final installment of Steph Curry and Steph versus the game. The Facebook Watch Versus series is exploring the personal motivations that drive some of the world's most accomplished athletes. And joining us now with all the behind the scenes is Gautam Chopra. He is the director and creator of the Emmy Award-winning series. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on everything. Let's talk about this. Stephen versus the game. What was it like following him around and kind of getting to tell his story?
It was great. I mean, I'm a huge sports fan. I'm a big basketball fan. So having that sort of access to Steph, one of the greatest ever to play the game, on a season that was their 5th consecutive journey to the finals, but pretty dramatic in terms of all the different team dynamics. It was a lot of fun, and then just sort of building the relationship with him. I started in the Western Conference Finals last year, and then tracked him all across the season, which obviously went to the finals once again. And so the access was amazing, and his openness and willingness to tell his story was pretty great.
Absolutely, it's very unique. Is there anything that we learned inside this that maybe we didn't realize until you filmed it?
I mean, maybe what an exceptional golfer Steph Curry is. I don't know that many people knew that. They know him as the greatest, possibly the greatest shooter in the history of the game. But actually, I found like one of the things that makes him a great golfer is probably what makes him a great basketball player, which is he never really, you never see Steph freak out, even after a bad golf shot or a bad basketball game. He's very, very balanced, and I think that's partly what's driven this success over this time. He's really, what they've done as a team has been pretty unprecedented. And so I think just like seeing his ability to balance all of that, especially with all of the scrutiny this past season, was pretty awesome.
No question. You would figure Steph would be terrible at golf considering he has so little time to do it. I mean, the teams that are out, they don't make the playoffs, you'd think they'd be fantastic golfers.
I think, but there's 3 things I found in Steph Curry's life. There's basketball, of course, we get to see that. There's family. He's got an incredibly close-knit family, a wonderful wife, 3 little kids, etc. And then there's golf. And if there's any spare time, he's on the golf course. If you can't find Steph Curry, chances are he's somewhere playing golf, and he really takes it seriously. I mean, he's a scratch golfer, so I think if he weren't playing basketball, he'd definitely have a successful career in a different sport.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's more that mental game that's part of what makes him special.
Yeah, absolutely. We're learning that, by the way, here on Channel 13, ABC, Holy Moly, of which he's an executive producer. You're hosting this documentary Versus Facebook Watch. Before we went here, we were just talking about how incredible it is, like the world we're living in right now. There was a time where if you wanted it to be seen by people, you had to get a massive television network to go behind it, or put it in theaters, or maybe direct to DVD. And now there are so many different avenues to be able to put your stuff out. What's it been like having your work displayed on Facebook Watch?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty great. Facebook is a unique platform in that way because, Steph, for example, I think he has like 30 million people who follow him on Instagram, which is owned by Facebook. He's got another 8.5 million people who have, liked his page on Facebook. So this is an audience that's already deeply engaged. They've already sort of taken the time to sign up and say, I want more. So, that, and then they can interact, they can comment, they can form groups and watch together. I can go on and see the comments. So as a creator, it kind of raises your game. Yeah. I mean, it's a very engaged audience. They want more, and so you have to meet that bar, and you have to give them more. So I think it's been great. At the end of the day, it's still just storytelling. It's still great characters and finding different ways to sort of tell that story. But it's a unique time, and like we were talking about before, I mean, new platforms are emerging every day, and we're watching them, we're all carrying around in our pockets like these cameras and these cell phones. So the ability to interact with content is unlike any time ever before.
Well, I hope people will be able to find it. I know there's only a couple hundred people on Facebook, but heavens to Betsy, I hope they grow. Gautam, it's great to have you, buddy. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
All right, don't miss all the action via Facebook. And Stephen versus the game. It's the final episode, available now. Just head to the website you see on your screen and get it all hooked up. Facebook, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blood.